Welcome, everyone, to St. Louis, the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship game. The two top teams in the Valley. Number 1 seed Loyola, number 2 seed Drake. And we've got the two big men in there going head-to-head. The player of the year for Loyola in the conference, Cameron Krutwig. He'll go up today against Darnell Brody, the Seton Hall transfer. And that shot outside by Keith Clemens, with Loyola on top now by 1. With Dan Bonner, Kevin Harlan, the winner here, an automatic bid, Dan, to the NCAA tournament.
And that's what you want to do. You don't want to leave anything in the hands of the committee, particularly with people talking about both of these teams possibly being on the bubble. You win, you eliminate all that talk.
Drake comes in 25-3, the second most wins of any team in college basketball. Brody in there, got it to go, win against Williamson of the Ramblers, and a foul called on Lucas Williamson.
This is a really good job. Drake spreads the floor. They create a mismatch on the inside because Krutwig doesn't really get around the screen very effectively. And Brody is a big guy. 6'10", 275 pounds, and if he's going to score inside effectively, that makes Drake a very dangerous team.
If you're just picking up this tournament with Drake now on top by 2, Drake is without their leading scorer and their leading assist man. They both got injured. The scorer should return, they say, if they make the tournament. The assist man is out. More on those stories as we go along. Here comes Loyola, the great story from a couple years ago, and the 2018 run to the Final Four. But they make a turnover right there, and the Bulldogs come the other way with a very shortened lineup. They don't have much depth. These starters, Dan, are going to see a lot of minutes today.
They're going to see a lot of minutes, and they played a lot of minutes yesterday. We'll see how that impacts the game.
Shot clock is down to 10. Wilkins gets it to Brody. Picked up there by Krutwig. The two big men head-to-head. Krutwig 25, the player of the year in the conference, and he played it well, and a foul called on the Bulldogs center. Yesufu is the catalyst right now for Drake. He is the guard. And down low, you see very decorated players. Lucas Williamson, the defensive player of the year in the conference, and Dan, the player of the year, as we mentioned, Krutwig, the fourth-year senior.
Kevin, and you already mentioned it, that matchup between the big guys, between Brody and Krutwig, is going to have a lot to say about the outcome of this game. Drake is also in a man-to-man to start.
So Loyola is 23-4. They won the conference at 16-2 in the regular season. Here's Williamson on top. Sturts has him, screened by Krutwig, and he'll take that long shot and nail it. He's had a double-double game the other night with a win over Indiana State.
Krutwig's not really a jump shooter. He can make the jump shot, but most of his stuff is right around the goal.
That's Tramel Murphy. Bulldogs come in 25-3, second place in the Valley, and back at the Ramblers of Loyola Chicago at 15-3. So the top two teams head-to-head. Norris, 3. Rebound inside. Was pulled down by a Glock. Hit the deck. Whistle. With a look at Porter Mosier, 10th year with Chicago. The Ramblers of Loyola, a team that has had great success this season and a nice run here over the last couple years. Yesufu brings it the other way. Over the last 6 games, he has averaged 25 points a game. Seen from outside, Krutwig the rebound.
Yesufu can really get down the court, and Drake would like to make this a transition game if they can.
Krutwig inside, the floater is up and in.
We've seen Loyola take a couple of three-point shots, and they can shoot the 3. They're a little inconsistent from beyond the arc, but Kevin, they shoot 59% as a team from 2-point range, and that's where they're at their best.
Take the number 2 seed for the second time in 3 seasons. Skirts inside, shot clock at 7. Williamson, the defensive player, almost had that ball. Getting tangled up there. Wilkins, he's in a straight jacket and gets free, but the shot clock buzzer goes off. And defense there for the number 1 defensive team in terms of points allowed in college basketball, Loyola Chicago. Tied at 7 early in St. Louis, the Valley Championship on CBS. The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship on CBS is sponsored by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above. Dove Men Plus Care body washes and 3-in-1 bars. And by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm a new customer and I want your best new smartphone deal.
Well, I'm an existing customer and I'd like your best new smartphone deal.
Oh, do you?
Actually, it's for both new and existing customers.
I feel silly. But I do want the fastest 5G network.
Oh, I want the fastest 5G network.
Are we actually doing this again?
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone the same great deal, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free when you trade in.
Men put their skin through a lot, day in, day out. That's why Dove Men Body Wash is new and improved with skin-strengthening nutrients and moisturizers that help rebuild your skin with every shower.
Turn today's dreams into tomorrow's trips with millions of flexible booking options all in one place. Expedia.
Now with Taco Bell's app, you can build your own $5 cravings box. Because you know what you crave at Taco Bell. So eat like you. Build your own $5 cravings box today, only online or with the Taco Bell app.
Not everybody wants the same thing. That's why I go with Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need. Because I do things a little differently.
Hey, I'll take one, please. Wait, this isn't a hot dog stand?
No. Can't you see the sign? Wet teddy bears. Get your wet teddy bears 100% wet, guaranteed, or the next one's on me.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Welcome back to the Gateway of the West and the gateway to the NCAA tournament. Welcome to CBS Sports NCAA Men's Basketball Conference Championship Weekend. Presented by Army National Guard. From St. Louis, the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship game. We're early here. The top 2 teams in the Valley, number 1 against number 2. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with Dan Bonner. Time now for a deeper dive, our fast analysis, Dan, and it's presented by AT&T 5G.
Kevin, this Loyola team, they are experienced, they share the ball very well, and they run everything through the big guy. They spread the floor, the ball goes around. Look at all these passes. Cameron Quatrig in the center of everything, and they drill a 3. Now, Drake, they like to spread the court too, but they attack you a little bit different way. They like to drive the ball and get into the lane. Joseph Yesufu, very quick, can do it very effectively. They're going to have to do that a lot today, I believe.
Already, Drake has 2 turnovers. They only had 2 turnovers yesterday, and the 2 turnovers they had were Drake all-time low in their history. So right off the bat, we have a little bit of a different feel in this one with Loyola and Drake. They have met twice in the regular season, and they split in back-to-back games.
It was interesting. The Missouri Valley, of course, they were one of the leagues that played. That's the way they played their schedule. The teams would play back-to-back games at one spot. Both of the games were played at Drake. In the first game, Loyola scored 81 points, won decisively. In the second game, Drake won 51-50. One of the keys was the three-point shooting for Loyola. They shot almost 50% the first time, 20% the second time.
Double changes for Loyola Chicago. Tate Hall and Marquise Kennedy are both in. This is Kennedy, down low to Krutwig. With the shot clock at 6, and that elegant little spinner right there will not drop, and it's picked up by Yesufu, who is out of Bolingbrook, Illinois.
What Brody has to do against Krutwig inside is simply make Krutwig shoot over him every time.
Sturz outside. Yesufu 3. And the two Ramblers bumping into each other. If you're joining us late, the Bulldogs without their top scorer and their top assist man, both injured, both out, and so they've had to rejigger things. The Bulldogs had and bring guys off the bench, including last year's 6th man of the year in the conference, Yesufu. He starts.
I mean, he's been very effective since he stepped into the starting role, and that's been a big key to the Drake success.
Wilkins down low. Brody inside double. Picked up with a rebound by Marquise Kennedy. 5 consecutive wins for the Ramblers. They have won 15 of 16 games. It was a beautiful pass by Tate Hall into the player of the year in the conference, Cameron Krutwig.
And you can't leave Krutwig on the inside like that. You'd rather have Tate Hall take and drive it to the basket and take a contested shot than double team him and leave Krutwig alone.
Cross court, Wilkins with the athletic catch. With a spinner inside, up and off. Braden Norris the other way for the Ramblers. Number 20 in the country. That's a 3. Norris from outside.
And that's danger. That's a danger sign for Drake, and they immediately take a timeout. They're going to make threes. They're pretty good. They don't normally get out in transition, but here, nice dribble. Just knocks it down.
Let's make lots of money. You've got the brawn, I've got the brains. Let's make lots of Oh, there's a world of opportunities.
With Allstate, drivers who switched saved over $700. Saving is easy when you're in good hands. Allstate. Click or call to switch today.
Loyola right now on a 7-0 early game run. They have started 5 of 8. Two teams, Dan, on the bubble. The winner here gets an automatic bid. They get their ticket punched to the NCAA tournament.
Right, Kevin, and that of course, ends all the bubble talk, and this is what we're looking at. The Drake Bulldogs, a net of 40. Nobody really knows what that net means in terms of where that slots you for the tournament. But Loyola, they're looking pretty good. The problem for both of these teams, they don't really have a lot of opportunities, particularly this season when they couldn't play a lot of non-conference games, to play other top-rated teams outside the conference.
And DeVries in his 3rd season as the coach of the Bulldogs. He already is a 2-time Missouri Valley Conference Coach of the Year, including this year, after he had a 17-year run as assistant at Creighton. He has come in and taken this Bulldog program to another level. And here comes Sturz as the Bulldogs beat Missouri State yesterday in the semifinals in a game that had 16 lead changes. They won by 2. Clock at 7. Yesufu is hounded way outside, and the defense by Kennedy. And a foul called on Marquise Kennedy, his first.
Well, Kennedy is a guy who comes off the bench, active, aggressive. He's a pretty good defender, gets a lot of steals. That time, that was a mistake, putting that much physical pressure on a guy that far from the basket with the shot clock almost out.
Krutwig is on the bench. Jacob Hudson has taken his place, played well, and he has him knocked away right there. Pretty play. Tate Hall was with the fence and made the good move, and that triggers the break the other way with Braden Norris. This is Tate.
Mismatch inside.
Kennedy will take it in. A lot of blue jerseys in there defending. Nice knockout there. Good offensive rebound by Hudson. Keeps it alive. Wide open 3. Kennedy. On the rebound by Samaka.
Boy, Hudson at 6'10", was trying to post up against the 6'2 Wilkins, and the Ramblers never found him on the inside. They settled for that long jump shot.
3 straight 20-win seasons for the first time in 50 years for Drake. Quite a season, quite a run so far. Way outside, shot by Jonah Jackson. Won't go. Uguak has the rebound. Norris the other way.
Drake never got the ball inside the three-point line in that entire possession.
Tate Hall. Mention that they're number 20 in the country. They go inside. Picked up there. Hudson. Got it. Count it. Foul. Samaka is the one to hit him. As Hudson is a freshman from Edina, Minnesota. He's a 6'10 freshman. Backs up Krutwig. And you can see here Kennedy's lob. Perfect. Into the freshman for 2. He'll go to the line when we come back to St. Louis.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure. It's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry. I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you. All of you.
Don't just do it yourself.
Yes!
Do it for yourself.
Oh, there's that cute guy from 12C.
Go talk to him.
Yeah, no. Plus, it's not even like he'd be into me or whatever.
Hi, you just moved in, right? I would love to tell you about all the great savings you can get for bundling your renters and car insurance with Progressive.
Oh, I was just...
Oh, Tammy, I found your retainer in the dryer.
Here we go. Big fella jamming in there. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe this? Anything can happen in March.
A week from today, the selection show on CBS 5 Central, 6 Eastern. The first 4 Thursday. And then Friday and right on through the regionals and the Final Four. It's the NCAA tournament, and the road to the Final Four will take us to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, which will see the best of college basketball in this very strange and uneven season that they have worked through. The Missouri Valley Conference, it should be noted, Dan, is the only conference, major conference in college basketball to get every regular season game in.
Well, they did, and that was an impressive feat. And ironically, they lost the game in this tournament because of COVID. But a lot of teams have played a lot of games in a short period of time, but they did a great job getting it in.
Brody is inside, missed the first. Brody going up against the freshman. Krutwig continues to sit and rest with a whistle and a foul inside. 11-12 to play here in the first half. Loyola picks up the foul. It goes on Lucas Williamson, who picks up his second personal, the Defensive Player of the Year in the conference.
The fact that Brody is back in the game for Drake and Krutwig remains on the bench is a perfect indication of the kind of confidence that Porter Moser suddenly has.
Murphy at the line tonight. Oprah Winfrey sits down with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex for an interview where no subject is off limits. Oprah with Meghan and Harry, a primetime special. That's tonight at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
Kevin, what I was saying is that that's the kind of confidence that Porter Moser has in Hudson. You mentioned him before. Generally, when they play against Drake, if Brody's out of the game, then Krutwig's out of the game. But if Brody's in, Krutwig's in there defending him.
Mentioned before that the Ramblers of Loyola are number 20 in college basketball. That's their ranking. Ranked for the 4th consecutive week. They hadn't been ranked in the polls in a season since 1985. But for the last month, they've been in the AP top 25. Braden Norris got the screen. Shot clock at 8. The defense by Wilkins. Switch on D. Hall. And it's a nice turnover with the defensive break right there.
It's a different kind of offensive setup for Loyola when Krutwig is out of the game. They basically run things through him.
Wilkins, wide open 3. D.J. Wilkins, a 2-year starter.
He's a 2-year starter, and over 60% of his field goal attempts are from 3, so you have to get out on him. He has not shot the ball well recently, but he is an excellent three-point shooter.
They'd gone 0 of 7 until that hit. Break now to within 3. Norris on top. Here comes Tate Hall. Good block from Molly. In the corner. That's a 3, and it's right down the hatch. Keith Clemens, a senior from Norcross, Georgia.
And they just banged Clemens with a technical foul. He said something to somebody. It was right in front of Jerry Pollard. Porter Mosier better be careful because he might get another one. This is really good passing. You have to respect Norris's ability to shoot the 3. They cover him with 2 guys, and Clemens hits that jump shot. And right in front of the official said something to Wilkins.
That's a T, and here comes Yesufu to the free throw line. So the 3 by Clemens. He has now made 31 of his last 60 three-point attempts. The tech on Clemens.
That last game between these two teams, that 51-50 game, they really went at one another. It was an uphill battle for Drake all the way. They were able to force it to overtime, and they won right at the end. And there was some hard feelings between the two teams after that game. And maybe we're seeing some of that extending over here, but Wilkins went flying at Clemens, and Clemens made the shot and had something to say. And
by the way, we have a decorated crew officiating this one. Amongst the best in the country, John Higgins, 25 tournaments, 17 regionals, 8 Final Fours. Jerry Pollard, 18 tournaments, 6 regionals, and Kip Kissinger, 11 NCAAs, 4 regional finals. A great crew here in St. Louis for the championship game of the Missouri Valley Conference, which sees number 1 against number 2, a Guac with some great defense. They come the other way. Clemens for 2.
Uguac is one of the best defensive players in the league. Williamson is the defensive player here, but Uguac is on the all-defensive team as well.
Norris knocked it away, and Uguac is the one to finish it at the other end. Great transition, and right now, Loyola, their biggest lead of 8. Inside, Yesufu, more defense. Krutwig is in. Here comes Braden Norris from Hilliard, Ohio. He puts it up and in. Wow. They've opened it up, and defense has been the calling card.
Defense has been the calling card. They're getting out, and they're getting easy shots. They're not known as a transition team, but they're operating in transition. We saw this guy hit a 3 in transition. Now he drives it to the basket. 10-point lead.
Today, pros have to do whatever it takes. The Home Depot is here to make that easier. Our delivery options get what you need, where you need it, and our app helps you keep track of everything, so you can keep doing what you do best, whatever it takes to get the job done. Now, Pro Extra members earn rewards like Tool Rental Center credit or Pro Extra dollars with every purchase. Join the loyalty program made just for pros at homedepot.com/Pro Extra. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Tomorrow night, Bracket Week continues on CBS Sports Network with the Colonial Athletic Association semifinals at 6 and 9:30 Eastern, followed by the championship game Tuesday night for a chance to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. The winner here today in St. Louis will do the same. Loyola Dan Bonner on a 6-0 run. Loyola has made 5 consecutive shots.
Well, Loyola right at the moment is shooting 10 for 15, including 3 of 6 from beyond the arc. Keep in mind, Kevin, that the last time these teams played, when Drake won the game 51-50, Loyola had a 10-point lead. But Drake tightened up on the defense, and that's what you have to do. You have to somehow find a way to score a basket, but then don't turn the ball over and give up those easy opportunities.
Drake won for their last 9. Sturts, Yesufu, and Wilkins. Brody on top. Crutwood gives him some space. Shot clock at 6. They switch. And the drive inside. Wilkins. And looks like Murphy probably tapped it up and in on the miss by Wilkins.
You don't need to score all the time off that dribble penetration. You just draw the defense, and that creates lanes for offensive rebounders. And Murphy did a nice job just following the ball.
Number 1 seed in the Missouri Valley Conference tournament. Here is a 3. Kennedy. Cody's got the ball. Bulldogs the other way. 25 wins, the second most in college basketball. And back at Belmont. Gonzaga's got 24. Drake's got 25. Belmont 26. Brody dancing with Crutwick.
Crutwick has been playing off Brody as long as Brody's playing outside the lane. But if Brody's going to make that shot, and he's capable of making it, but if he makes that shot on a consistent basis, that'll draw Crutwick away from the basket and open up some additional driving lanes.
Whistle on the wing. Was it Uguak who picked up perhaps the foul? Well, let's see here.
Sturts, I think.
Sturts got the foul. Sturts picks it up for the Drake Bulldogs. You're watching the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship on CBS Sports.
Gee willikers. This Coca-Cola Zero Sugar tastes mighty delicious.
Come on, buddy. It has 0 sugar.
But it tastes great.
Let's take the breakables away. If you keep lying like this, you'll be a puppet forever.
But it's the honest truth.
You'll never be a real boy.
No! It's no lie.
You're right. It's delicious.
Told you. I never lie.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Shall I put her in snow mode?
Nope.
What about off-road mode?
Nah.
Sport mode it is. Let's see what this baby can do.
Or we could check out that farmer's market.
You know what? I'll be in chill mode if anyone needs me.
ProPilot Assist with NaviLink. Available on the all-new Nissan Rogue.
This month, we're giving our all.
All month long, we're raising money for great local charities.
All you have to do is visit your local Jersey Mike's during March to learn more.
So join us on Wednesday, March 31st, our day of giving, when we give all of our sales to great local charities.
Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Back here in St. Louis, let's take a look at the Jersey Mike's game summary. Plus 6 points from 3, the Ramblers, and plus 6 points, Dan, in the paint against Drake.
Cameron Crutwick has been the guy all season long for Loyola, and he has been his skills have been on display here today. The jump shot, the long jump shot, the assist, the little floater in the lane, and then a nice cut to the basket. One thing, Kevin, that I've seen early in the game, Loyola taking an awful lot of three-point shots. Crutwick really hasn't handled the ball as much early in this game as you often see him do.
Clemens, Crutwick, Outside, the shot by Tate Hall is off. Brody retrieves. The Ramblers of Loyola in white are the top 5 teams in all of college basketball in shooting. Krutwig adds a lot to that. Brody on top. Wilkins 3. DJ Wilkins. That helps right there. It's a 3-point game.
Kevin and Porter Mosier's now going to call a timeout. He's seen this before. This is a replay of what happened the second time they played.
Drake with a 7-0 run.
Jake from State Farm. I knew it.
Dad, look!
Christmas!
Ooh, see? Surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Some of America's toughest men and women are competing in real-world challenges. Their strength, endurance, and coolness under pressure will prove who is the toughest. Phil Kogan hosts the new Toughest Nails Wednesday at 8, 7 Central here on CBS. It began 0-4 from 3. Now 2 of their last 2. A 7-0 run. The number 2 seed Drake in blue. And there is a foul, and it goes on Loyola in white, the number 1 seed.
Tate Hall picks up the foul for an illegal screen.
So Hall will pick up his first personal foul. With the ball is Yesufu. In the mid-major poll, Drake is number 5. Gonzaga number 1, Loyola number 2, and Drake number 5 in the mid-major poll. 2 highly thought-of teams right here. The team in blue, Drake, without their leading scorer and assist man. Murphy going down low, trying to chisel his way. The defense there by Clemens. Wilkins, outside, Yesufu, got it! Big shot, ties the game at 3. It's 24 apiece.
Boy, that 10-point lead disappeared quickly, didn't it?
How about that?
Well, Loyola has cooled off, but I think the reason they've cooled off is the shot selection, plus the fact that Drake stopped turning it over and giving them easy baskets.
Clemens, it's Kennedy, Krutwig, Brody there, quick hedge by Yesufu. Let's see if they do it again. Brody and Krutwig, 1-on-1. Gentle and Krutz.
But that's where the ball has to go. Krutwig is either going to make a move or he's going to pass.
Krutwig has played 11 minutes, has 8 points. Clemens has 8 for Loyola. They go inside. Sturtz fumbles it away. Great defensive play. The dive by Norris. And here come the Ramblers.
Boy, what a great decision by Krutwig. He looked like he was going to try to make a full court outlet pass there, and at the last minute decided not to.
Tate Hall, beautiful 3 from outside. And Dan, he had only been 1 of his last 15 from 3. But that time, he hits the triple. He's got his first basket of the game. Yesufu pickpocketed. Boy, the defense of Braden Norris is there. Down court transition points. It's Kennedy.
Right, and there's that outlet pass that Krutwig didn't make the last time, but did make this time.
Loyola's on a 7-0 run, and it's been a game of runs so far.
It has in Loyola. They've been able to score effectively when they get good shots. So shot selection extremely important for the Ramblers.
One of the best defensive teams in the country. Loyola, Krutwig in there chopping away. Braden Norris was in there too. Looks like Krutwig's going to pick this one up.
Well, great defensive play, and then Krutwig, that's a Wes Unseld-like outlet pass.
That's a good name there. How about that? Krutwig gets his first personal foul. Bulldogs at the line with DJ Wilkins. Bulldogs are the #1 scoring team in the Missouri Valley Conference. They're number 2 overall in shooting in the conference, and number 3 in three-point shooting. And they go back to Jacob Hudson. Krutwig will take a seat on the bench. And he has just the 1 foul so far with his 8 points and 3 rebounds. Cody's going to take a break too, Dan. You were talking about this before the game.
Well, these coaches, I think they really try to keep those guys in the game against one another. But the last time Crudwig went out, Loyola wasn't afraid to get the ball inside to Hudson. And Jacob Hudson, over his last couple of games, he's played more. He's averaging almost 5 points a game.
5-point game. Biggest lead has been 10. That was by Loyola. There's on top. Now Kennedy. 5 consecutive winning seasons for Loyola. Last time that happened, 5 straight back in the 40s. Beautiful shot outside. Man, that was perfect.
That was perfect. That was some kind of maneuvering by Kennedy. He went past about 4 guys, got himself in the lane, drew the defense. That is a really good assist.
Norris with the 3. Outside, that shot won't go. Leaping rebound by Clemens. First place team, regular season champion Loyola. Look at the drive right there by the freshman Hudson. Climbing in with a whistle. And a timeout. 3.5. Loyola just hit the long shot. So Norris has done it defensively. He gets the sweet feet here from Kennedy, who drew a crowd. And then the sniper, Braden Norris, the triple for the Ramblers.
They'll start making lemonade.
Probably when 2020 handed us all those lemons.
2020 was a lemon of a year.
January, February, July.
That's a lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade. Packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Mr. Clark, your daughter is a very good kisser.
When you crave the uncomfortable, try new Spicy Pringles Scorchin'. Men put their skin through a lot, day in, day out. That's why Dove Men Body Wash is new and improved with skin-strengthening nutrients and moisturizers that help rebuild your skin with every shower.
Watch all the sports that matter to you.
Talk to us about what you saw from Tiger.
Congratulations, coach and team.
The CBS Sports app, streaming now on all your devices.
The 2021 Grammys are going to be unlike anything you have ever seen. They're going to be on TV, on CBS, on Sunday, March 14th. But I'm definitely not telling you who's hosting. That, my friends, is staying a surprise. It's me.
Trevor Noah hosts the Grammys, live Sunday, March 14th on CBS.
The next greatest generation is now presented by Army National Guard. Let's take a look at the Ramblers center, Cameron Krutwig, decorated player, first team Missouri Valley Conference 3 straight years, the player of the year. This year, the Larry Bird Trophy to him. A tradition for Krutwig and his teammates at Loyola is to give back and impact the community. And one of the ways they do it is at the Misericordia Day. The Ramblers have a long-standing relationship where they volunteer their time performing a variety of activities for the service providers that care for over 600 individuals challenged by mental and physical disabilities. Part of the great story of college athletics, and specifically with Loyola Chicago. The Ramblers, the #1 seed, the 20th ranked team in college basketball, led by Cameron Krutwig.
And Krutwig, he did pick up that foul. They've got him on the bench there just to be careful. But you can see, already has 8 rebounds, or excuse me, 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. And sometimes his assists are the most important part of his game. He is a great facilitator out there for Loyola. Their offense basically runs through him when he's in the game.
Little full court pressure here. Now it subsides. Very choppy, Dan. First half, a lot of timeouts taken by Drake.
Well, Drake really felt like the game got away from him the first time these two teams played, and as a result, they don't want Loyola to get rolling, and so the timeouts are a tactical thing to try to make the game a little bit more choppy so Loyola doesn't get on a roll.
Tremel Murphy will watch that one drop. Battled a knee for over a year, yet he continues to be out there. Only played a handful of games last season. The knee issue. Now he is back. A senior from Griffith, Indiana. There's number 2 for the blue of the Bulldogs. Hall on top. Shot clock at 10. Norris has had his fingerprints on this one. Murphy comes out there to defend. Shot clock at 3. Screen right there by Hudson. And the mid-range shot won't go. Iguach almost had it. It's picked up by Sturtz. And here come the Bulldogs.
That was a good shot at the end of the shot clock. But Loyola, getting to the end of the shot clock doesn't bother them.
Wilkins on the fly. Sturtz with a nice rebound. He now comes in as a starter because of Shenquan Hemphill's injury. They think that Hemphill, the leading scorer after fracturing his foot, having surgery, if they make the tournament, could return next week or 2 weeks from now. Outside, 3. Got it! A big shot. Yesufu hits his second triple.
Well, he was near the M.
He was.
I thought when he went up to shoot, that is madness. Wow. But no, he knocked it down.
He's got 10, only player in double figures. Regular season champion, Loyola Chicago. Hall. It's Kennedy down low. The freshman has it. Brody is there. He puts it up and over him. What a shot by Jacob Hudson. He had 13 in the win over Southern Illinois in the quarterfinals on Friday.
He's got 5 today.
Wow.
That's been a big boost off the bench.
Drake hands 15 wins in regular season conference play. Second place team, but a turnover right there. Another one. They only had 2 turnovers yesterday. The entire game.
Turnovers have really hurt Drake today.
They have. You're right. Iguach tried to take it in. Ball was knocked away. Shot clock at 20. Now coming up in the AT&T at the half, Greg, Clark, and Seth break down our first half and catch you up on the teams that have already punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament. That's coming up next on the AT&T at the half.
Here Krutwig back in the game, Kevin.
Krutwig is out there. And now Norris. Clemens with the ball became a starter mid-season. Off on that 15-footer. Brody's got it.
Well, Brody's got it, and he threw his weight around in there so much that he knocked his own teammate on the ground.
Yesufu lasers one to Brody. Krutwig is there. Half minute to play in the first half. Leading scorer in the game, Yesufu with the ball. Working on Norris. Boy, this is suffocating defense down low, and they altered the shot. It was picked up by Hall. The other way come the Ramblers.
Boy, if Krutwig is going to ignore Brody out at the top of the key, Brody's got to go to the basket.
Pickpocketing Yesufu. Sturtz vacuums it in. Down court. They overshoot Murphy, who saves the ball. Wilkins, good if it goes. Down by 10, they crawl to within 5 at halftime. 2 seed Drake, 1 seed Loyola. Yesufu's got 10, but 62% shooting by Loyola Chicago. That's the end of the first half in this championship game. We'll send you to Greg in New York with the AT&T at the half after these messages on CBS.
This month, we're giving our all.
All month long, we're raising money for great local charities.
All you have to do is visit your local Jersey Mike's during March to learn more.
So join us on Wednesday, March 31st, our day of giving, when we give all of our sales to great local charities.
Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
A new Be Positive, Thursday on CBS, or watch on demand or stream. Never worry about running out of hot water with a new Richmond water heater from Menards. Richmond has a complete line to suit your needs, like natural gas and LP models, electric water heaters, energy-saving hybrid water heaters, and tankless whole house water heaters. Get your new water heater today and save with 11% off all Richmond water heaters. Get everything you need for your projects and more right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Taking control of your health. It's how healthcare should be. At North Shore, we're transforming your care, analyzing your DNA to identify future health risks for you, to predict, prevent, and treat illnesses. When you're a North Shore patient, your advanced primary care physician makes the latest genetic science part of your everyday care, safely, online, on the phone, or in person, to keep you healthier, longer. Advanced primary care. Here's to taking control of your health and taking on what's next.
CBS Sports presents AT&T at the half. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
Welcome, everyone, to AT&T at the half alongside Clark and Seth. I'm Greg Gumbel. The score in St. Louis. Loyola leading Drake by a score of 36-31. These teams meeting for the third time this year. They split the first two. This one going according to your expectations?
Yeah, exactly, because Loyola doing what they do so well. They're such an efficient offensive team, in part because they really emphasize getting the ball into the paint and playing through Cameron Crutwig. He's terrific. Excellent hands and feet. Nice touch. Awesome in the pick and roll. And in the low post game, knows exactly how to use his body effectively to get the shot he wants. And that's why the Ramblers are +5, because they've executed in the paint.
And Loyola winning this game because of its defense. That's really their calling card. #1 in the country in defensive efficiency. #1 in the country in scoring defense. They're not particularly big or fast or super athletic, but they are very connected. Look at the communication, the switch on the ball screen. Now you're going to see Drake get triple teamed. They're crowding the dribbler, but they're not fouling. The discipline to stay efficient, connected. An actual shot clock violation. Drake, by Loyola standards, 31 points is pretty good, 42% from the floor, but they are still losing the game because Loyola stylistically just beats you drip by drip by drip by drip.
This day has a little bit of the March Madness feel.
Ooh, that was fun.
Yes, sir. Let's get the highlights, beginning with the tournament bid at stake in the Big South Championship. Campbell and Winthrop.
Well, we were speculating earlier, could Winthrop maybe get an at-large bid if they lose this game? I think they felt like not putting it in the hands of the committee because DJ Burns hates rims, loves buckets, and loves going to the NCAA tournament. Chandler Vaudrin going to get the bucket. This one was never close. The Eagles are dancing, and they will be a very tough out.
Atlantic Sun Championship, North Alabama and Liberty.
And the Liberty Flames punched their ticket because North Alabama is transitioning from Division II, ineligible for postseason play. But I think the Flames want to stay hot. They've won 11 in a row. Coming into this game, Darius McGee, 2 of his 13 right there. And they're looking to roll into the tournament with a championship banner and continuing momentum.
Let's go back to one moment for the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game. Drake comes into this game with 25-3, Loyola at 23-4. Are they both in no matter what happens in this?
I feel that way. Again, I'm not on the committee, but certainly looking at the body of work, wins mean something, and the way they're playing now and have played all season, I would think either one of these teams, if they don't win, the loser would be in. Yeah.
Loyola has the stronger case, so the best case for the Missouri Valley is if Drake wins. I do think Drake will get in, and I think there's enough real estate. I thought that they would go down when they lost those two guys. The fact that they're even in the mix is absolutely extraordinary what Coach DeVries and his guys have done. I think they're in, but it's going to be a very, very close call.
Love the Drake?
I do love the Drake.
I love the Drake. We're back in a moment with more AT&T at the half after this.
The new Samsung Galaxy S21.
This looks different.
It is.
Show me.
Just hit record. See that? You're filming in 8K. That's cinema quality.
So
you can pull photos straight from video.
Impressive. But will it last the whole trip?
You'll have battery all day. And then more.
This is different.
Told you.
You're watching NCAA basketball on CBS.
I just have to give it everything that I have.
Losing's not an option.
It's going to be a race to the finish.
A new Tough as Nails. Watch Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
New Young Sheldon, Thursday, 8, 7 Central on CBS, or watch on demand or stream any.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh, have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
To my fellow veterans with PTSD, we can help. Strive R&R is a 2-week treatment program designed to help veterans live the lives that they want to live.
The Strive R&R program and Dr. Brian helped me stay alive.
You can be the person that you want to be.
Fast Wi-Fi. It really does make everything better.
Switch, jump.
So at Xfinity, we're not stopping at fast.
Come behind me, come on. Pick that up. Right there.
We're breaking the gig barrier with Wi-Fi speeds faster than a gig. That means now you'll have gig speeds over Wi-Fi to power every device in the house. Can your internet do that? Introducing Gig Wi-Fi. It's the fastest Wi-Fi you can get. And it's only from Xfinity. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Tony Bolonovich here. People call me the king of cold cuts. The sandwich business has been real good to me. But now I got this Jimmy's John's showing up on my turf. I'm Jimmy's John's, and I have high-quality, reasonably priced sandwiches. Big deal. You got all natural meat sliced by hand. I got turkey and ham made by science. I'm good. I'm coming for you, Jimmy's John's. This is war. Sandwich war.
CBS in Chicago is streaming right now on CBSChicago.com.
Welcome back to AT&T at the half, everyone. A reminder coming up next, a classic Big Ten rivalry caps our tripleheader today. Second-ranked Michigan takes on Michigan State. The Spartans trying to bolster their tournament resume. Wolverines looking to hold on to a top seed. Back to the highlights. Number 5, Iowa, one of 3 Big Ten teams eyeing that fourth number 1. Hosting 25, Wisconsin.
Yeah, one of the great players in college basketball history played his final regular season game today. A 4-year senior national player of the year, Luka Garcilla. 21 and 16 today. Jordan Bohannon shot it well. Iowa has a huge concern with Joe Wieskamp, their best three-point shooter, getting injured here. You're going to see Garza with the rebound, a lean forward, missing the 3 at the chance to tie it. They retired his jersey after the game, and I was standing and applauding as well. Thank you, Garcilla.
We were saying earlier about that March Madness field. How about the finish here in the first of 3 here on CBS?
Boy, this was something crazy here. Wild shot by Quinones, doesn't go. Boogie Ellis going to tie it up, perhaps overtime. We say and thought.
Sasser to midcourt. That's Mark at the buzzer.
It's good! It's good! Tremont Mark at the buzzer!
Nothing like calling your shot with the ball on the way.
How about that? Being able to hit Tremont. When he let it go, he knew it was on line, and the glass knocked it in.
Have to speak it into existence.
How good is this Houston team?
They're really good.
Like their fighting grit.
I love their grit. I love the toughness, the offensive rebounding. The depth they have in the way Quentin Grimes has been playing has been outstanding.
Because of the way they defend and crash the offensive glass, Houston can overcome a bad shooting night in the way a lot of teams cannot in the NCAA tournament. You don't want your favorite team playing them in a couple of weeks.
All right, guys, that will do it for us from New York for now. Coming up second half, Drake and Loyola of Chicago. A ticket to the NCAA tournament on the line.
Thank you for watching AT&T at the Half.
I'll be observing your safe driving abilities. Play your cards right, and you could be in for a tasty discount. Let's roll. Hey, check it out. One time I tripped on a sidewalk over here.
And a high of 89 degrees.
Ooh! Who just gives away wood?
The Snapshot app from Progressive rewards you for driving safe and driving less.
There's an app.
Save money.
Beth. Well, that came out of nowhere.
Hi, I'm a new customer and I want your best new smartphone deal.
Well, I'm an existing customer, and I'd like your best new smartphone deal.
Oh, do you?
Actually, it's for both new and existing customers.
I feel silly. But I do want the fastest 5G network.
Oh, I want the fastest 5G network.
Are we actually doing this again?
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives everyone the same great deal, like the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free when you trade in.
Since 1907, we've been One Valley, breaking down recruitment barriers, hiring coaches to lead our programs, and developing the country's next set of leaders. MVC student athletes are positively impacting the communities where they live by sharing views and fostering a climate for change for future Valley pioneers. To learn more about mobilizing voices for change, visit nvc-sports.com/OneValley.
Once upon a time, 68 teams marched to a dance. For many, the music was perfect, while others couldn't find their rhythm. And one had a night they'll never forget.
For the championship!
This is the story of March Madness.
Oh my goodness! Big time delivery!
From St. Louis, halftime at the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship. Returning after this, and these messages and a word from your local CBS station.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure. It's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021.
Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry. I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
First on the course and the last to leave. Pump my blood full of coffee just to have the cream. Fairway jam-packed to catastrophe. So I hit a little eagle and I fled the scene. So everybody keep dreaming. When the city don't sleep, don't sleep. Feel the burn, let's get to work.
A New Neighborhood, Monday on CBS, or watch on demand or stream anytime.
You may be experiencing intense anger, guilt, shame, and anxiety on a daily basis. These things may be getting in the way of your relationships and making it hard for you to enjoy life. To my fellow veterans with PTSD, we can help. Strive R&R is a 2-week treatment program designed to help veterans live the lives that they want to live. Over 75% of veterans who complete the program report significant improvements in their quality of life. You can be the person that you want to be.
It's happening more often, and it's not surprising. People are seeking out new places, trying new things, and discovering the best part is often hidden in the journey, along the way. Find yourself in the Mazda CX-30. Want more power for your pursuit? Introducing the Mazda CX-30 Turbo with all-wheel drive.
State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship on CBS is sponsored by Buick, proud partner of the NCAA. Army National Guard, the next greatest generation is now. And by AT&T 5G, fast, reliable, secure. Welcome back to St. Louis and CBS Sports NCAA Men's Basketball Conference Championship Weekend, presented by Army National Guard. 5-point game at halftime. It's been as big as 10. Loyola, the #1 seed, Drake, the #2 seed. What does Drake need to do in the second half?
Well, I think Drake needs to shoot the ball better, and they need to be more disruptive on defense. Loyola shot 62% in the first half. Too many easy baskets for the Ramblers.
A lot of turnovers, too, for Drake. Let's take a look at the State Farm numbers. You see right here the fast break points, the turnovers by the Bulldogs, and points on the other end with transition by the Ramblers.
That's what we're talking about, Kevin. Easy baskets for the Ramblers. Drake's had to work too hard to get their scores. They have made 4 3-point baskets after missing their first 4 of the game, so it has been a sort of a choppy first half. But the Bulldogs, with their opponent shooting 63%, they're still within 5 points.
Here we go, starting the second half from St. Louis. The Ramblers will have it at 23-4 and 16-2 in conference play. They get it. Krutwig against Brody. Krutwig, player of the year in the conference. If you're just joining us, the rebound with nice defense there by Darnell Brody, a junior from Newark, New Jersey.
And again, that's what Brody has to do. Just stay between Krutwig and the basket. Force Krutwig to shoot that little jump hook.
Drake with their second trip to the tournament championship game. The last time they were here, 2008. Sturts, shot clock at 5. Down low, Murphy. The block is defending. Got it! Wow, he used every second on that offensive possession to watch it drop.
That was a really good offensive possession. They spread the court. They didn't panic when the shot clock was running down. Murphy, he had a big game yesterday. He's had another one today.
Loyola has won 15 of 16 games. A block inside, a lot of pressure, but he got it to go over Sturts.
McGlock has been much more aggressive offensively over the last few games. He's got about a 5-inch height advantage over Sturts inside, and he used it.
Yesufu, he's got 10. Murphy's got 10 to lead the short-handed Bulldogs. Their bench has been outscored handily today, but no surprise because of the injury. 6-5, Yesufu. Krutwig the rebound. Here comes Braden Norris. Norris, 3.
Well, he's got a quick trigger.
He does.
Good.
And an accurate shot. He's got a couple threes. He's got 11 points. 3 of 5 from distance for Braden Norris. Transfer from Oakland University. Switch on defense. Wilkins against a blocker, picks up the foul as he was trying to shuffle alongside the smaller and shiftier DJ Wilkins.
Well, we're talking about Norris, and all he does, he just steps to the open spot. That's a nice job by Clemens. Clemens draws 2 guys toward him. Norris steps into the open shot, is able to catch the 3, able to catch the pass, and easily launch the 3.
Drake comes in with 6 quad 1 or quad 2 wins. Nice scoop there. 12 points for Tremel Murphy.
The Bulldogs have to dig in on defense here.
Krutwig and Brody. They don't double. Nice defense by Brody on the play.
Well, I think it's dangerous to double Krutwig, and Brody has done a pretty nice job so far in those one-on-one situations.
Wilkins will try to knife his way inside. Krutwig comes up with it. Good defense by Clemens. Here come the Ramblers.
Well, what great balance and great hands by Krutwig right there. I don't know how he was able to stand up.
Good point.
I think he's going to pick up an offensive foul this time, though.
He is. He's mad at himself. You made it interesting.
No, that was Ugwak, I think, who picked up the foul.
You're right. It was him. You made a good point about Krutwig, which Coach Moser was talking about yesterday. He goes, you're the first guy that's ever talked about him being a guy who does not dislodge, but leans, and he has kind of a feel when he plays on defense.
Well, he doesn't try to dislodge anybody, doesn't push anybody. He plays really, he's like a verticality guy.
Right. And that's positioning, Dan, right? That's and feel.
Krutwig has a great feel for the game. Here he's ignoring Brody up at the top, and if Brody is just going to stand there at the top of the key, that allows Krutwig to really clog up the lane.
6'9" Krutwig from Algonquin, Illinois. Ugwak, by the way, good defense at the other end. He's got the ball right now. Outside, Williamson, got it! That's a three, Lucas Williamson, the senior from Chicago.
And that is his first shot attempt of the game.
Isn't that something?
He's averaged almost 13 points a game here over the last few. So he has been a big factor offensively in addition to his defensive prowess, but not today.
He just picked up a foul right there, did the Defensive Player of the Year in the conference. Lucas Williamson is from Whitney Young High School in Chicago. 65th consecutive start today. Good block with some nice D. And at the other end, right between the eyes, Williamson.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Starting today, nobody has to settle for less than the very best, because only Verizon gives you 5G from America's most reliable network at no extra cost, and more of the entertainment you love, like Discovery Plus, and a Galaxy S21 plus 5G when you buy one, only from Verizon.
Gee willikers, this Coca-Cola Zero Sugar tastes mighty delicious.
Come on, buddy. It has zero sugar.
But it tastes great.
Let's take the breakables away. If you keep lying like this, you'll be a puppet forever.
But it's the honest truth.
You'll never be a real boy. No!
It's no lie.
You're right. It's delicious.
Told you. I never lie.
Condos, 150K. Sorry, bud.
Thanks.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
All right. Back to work.
Don't just do it yourself. Yes! Do it for yourself.
The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship on CBS is sponsored by Army National Guard. The next greatest generation is now. One of the great commissioners in all of college sports as we see Loyola here in this championship game up by 9. Doug Elgin will complete his 33rd and final year leading the Missouri Valley Conference this June. Named the Valley's 9th commissioner back in 1988. Longest tenured commissioner in the league's 114-year history. Helped establish St. Louis as a long-term neutral site for the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament beginning in '91. This is the 31st year, and there he is. And I look at him and I think what a kind soul. He's helped so many people along the way. Other commissioners, people on the basketball selection committee, but I think of him and I think of integrity, and that is what he has brought college athletics by being the commissioner in the Missouri Valley Conference.
Well, Kevin, not only that, but he's also been very creative. You remember that Doug Elgin was really the first guy to get his conference organized with their basketball schedules with reference to the RPI, and they did such a good job at it. Remember Gary Williams accused him of breaking the RPI code?
That's tough to do. Big man up top here. Brody and Krutwig defending. Trying to get free. Wilkins working on Tate Hall, who just checks in. The little mid-ranger won't go. Look at the dive right there by Hall, who comes the other way with the pass to Clemens, who gets it. What a great play by Tate Hall. Yesufu down. He has been throwing his body all over the floor all tournament long. And he comes up hobbling like he did yesterday, and that is not a good sign.
Well, Hall goes down on the court, and I think Yesufu, he collided with his own teammate. That's he and Wilkins, but Hall, from his back, makes the pass, and since both of the guards for Drake are down, Clemens has an easy run to the basket, but Hall gets a knee in the back of the head. This is a great hustle play by Calder.
Well, he did get in the back of it. You're right, Dan.
But there's 3 guys after the ball. The one guy who goes down on the floor is Hall, and he's the one who comes up with it.
Big bowling pins all falling there.
I'm glad nobody was hurt.
Boy, no kidding. And it looked a lot worse than it actually was, but they're going to smart, certainly.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah, it is. I'm way up here, about 4 stories up. We are here, and that is good news. Biggest lead right now, Loyola. They are on top by 11. 14 assists on 19 made baskets for the Ramblers. That is efficiency. Yes, shot clock at 3. Switch on D. Crutwig's on him. There's a 3 over the big man. Rebound inside and block.
Crutwig does a nice job contesting that shot. Normally a guard would like to drive by, but the shot clock was running.
Crutwig, he saw he had the mismatch and takes advantage of it inside with a leaner.
And that time, Brody did not force Crutwig to shoot over top. Crutwig gave the little fake and got in for the layup. And we're going to get a timeout here.
The harmonica playing Cameron Crutwig. Best player in the conference. The hobbling Yesufu. A lot of stories here in the Valley.
Jersey Mike's 10th annual Day of Giving is almost here.
Here in Los Angeles, we're giving it all for Cancer for College.
In Dallas, we're helping wipe out kids' cancer.
In New Jersey, we give our all to making kids' dreams come true.
In Virginia, we're helping kids in need get to college.
And over 200 local charities serve nationwide.
So order up some subs on March 31st and know that it's all for a great cause.
Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
A new FBI Most Wanted, Tuesday on CBS, or watch on demand or stream.
Find your style with Patriot Lighting and get 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Check out our lighting showroom and choose from our huge selection of interior lights. We carry a great assortment of styles and finishes, so you're sure to find a look that's right for you. Save today with 11% off all Patriot Lighting and find your style today. View more than 7,000 different lighting options right now on Menards.com.
Save big money at Menards.
Back in St. Louis right now, Dan Bonner. Let's take a look at the fast analysis presented by AT&T 5G.
Well, we talked before the game about Loyola being an unselfish group that shares the basketball. Even without Crutwig in the game, the dribble drive draws the defenders. They continue to pass the ball around. Norris has a three-point opportunity, but passes it up to get a better one. This is a really good offensive team, particularly, Kevin, when they're making shots. When they make 64.5% of their shots, including 71% in this half, everybody looks pretty good.
Loyola, the Missouri Valley Conference regular season champion, 3 of the last 4 years. There's a look at Tate Hall. He started the first 11 games of the season, then took a place to come off the bench, but they all play starters minutes. The top 7 guys do.
Well, they do, and it was really a good move because Clemens plays much better as a starter than coming off the bench, and it's just Porter Mosier putting his team together.
Good point. Crutwig, Brody has it with a spinner. Defended by Crutwig. Will pick up the foul. 7-0 run right now by Loyola. Their largest lead, as we said, efficiency on their offense with 15 assists on 20 made field goals. You know, it's interesting about the Loyola defense, Dan. in the tournament. The first 2 games, they only gave up 49 points in each of those first 2 games. Today, they've given up 35 against the #1 shooting team in the Valley. New Thursday, Agent Clarice Starling is back and ready to dive into the minds of monsters and madmen. Silence is over, but her story is only beginning. Watch a new Clarice Thursday at 10, 9 Central on CBS. No bench points yet for Drake. No surprise, their starters play a lot. In fact, they've only gotten 5 bench minutes.
Right, there's only 2 guys who played off the bench. One's played 3, the other's played 2 minutes. And so one of the things, you're Drake, that you might want to try to do is exert some full court pressure, but I just don't know that you can do it just playing these 5 guys.
Drake began the season 18-0. Uglock inside and picked up by Tremel Murphy. Drake had 5 games postponed. They were 14-0, came back 1-4, went 18-0. Then they lost their leading scorer and their leading assist man, Wilkins. Brody doubled, knocked away inside, and fouled by Keith Clemens of Loyola.
Clemens had the right idea, but you got to get the ball while the big guy's dribbling. And Kevin, we were talking about Clemens. Since he started, he's been averaging almost 9 points a game and shooting 51% from the field. Before he was the starter, he only averaged 4 points a game. So again, if you're Porter Mosier as the coach, you got to find, it doesn't matter who starts, you got to find out how the pieces fit together the most efficiently.
Yes, single digits on the shot clock. Norris is there. Yesufu on the floor. Rebound by the big man inside, Darnell Brody. Shuffling, carving, spinning, pulling the trigger. Got it to go! What a play! Brody stuck with it and got 2.
Here, Darren DeVries is telling his guys to get up and press.
Here they go.
But they got to do something to disrupt Loyola, and there they get a turnover.
Wilkins, Uglock is there. 3. Chetwick inhales the rebound. Tate Hall. Loyola, Dan, shooting 62% for the game. Drake, 38%.
The game is much easier when the ball goes in the basket, and it's been going in the basket for Loyola, but a lot of that has to do with the kind of shots they've created for themselves.
Ball down low. Krutwig across the lane. Gentle touch for the deuce.
Boy, that time he just powered his way to the basket.
Brody on top of the 17-footer. Uglock is there. He's the transfer from New Mexico. He's got it right here. This #1 seed to win this tournament was Loyola. Nice shot outside. It's another 3, and it was hammered in that time by Clemens. Largest lead. And a whistle. And a timeout. Loyola beginning to pull away. The #20 team in the country. The #1 team in the conference. You're watching the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship from St. Louis on CBS.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Men put their skin through a lot. Day in, day out. That's why Dove Men Body Wash is new and improved with skin-strengthening nutrients and moisturizers that help rebuild your skin with every shower.
Jake from State Farm. If you here, this must be a State Farm commercial.
Sure is.
It also means it's about to go down.
Oh, don't worry, Chris. Things are going to go surprisingly great.
Oh, I've been doing this for too many years. It means something about to go down. Oh, no. Here it comes. Jake, protect yourself!
Have a nice day. I told you, surprising. Just like State Farm's surprisingly great rates.
Who are you talking to?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Were you silent or were you silenced? There is no subject that's off limits.
My biggest concern was history repeating itself.
Wait, hold up, wait a minute.
State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Championship on CBS is sponsored by Papa John's new Epic Stuffed Crust. We did it. Mercedes-Benz. And by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. That's what those last 5 champions said here. We did it. There's our score. 16-point lead. Well, I had copy for the selection show, and it's gone. But I'm going to ad-lib this, folks. Next Sunday, 6 Eastern on CBS. Who's in, who's out, who's on the bubble, and who's going to be in the field of 68. The selection show next Sunday here on CBS. You can do that in a 16-point game, Dan. Just in case you're wondering about broadcasting, Jonah Jackson is checked in for the Bulldogs. Comes off the bench. 12-2 run by the Ramblers. Loyola, Dan, has made their last 5 consecutive three-point shots.
And if Loyola's going to make 3, they are really, really tough. Again, they guard you so aggressively.
Darnell Brody. Fretwig is there. Reaching in Williamson. Shot is off. Rebound by Clemens.
And that's the perfect example of Crutwig playing defense. He just doesn't bang. He holds his position. He doesn't lean. He doesn't push. He forces his opponent to shoot up over top, and he gets the defensive stop.
Oh, nice spin move right here. He spins again.
And the ball spins out.
It spun right out of there. But boy, he had the open shot because of that good footwork, which we've seen for 4 years in a Rambler uniform. Skirts inside, 3 to foul. The floater falls. Drake is only at 37% shooting, 63% shooting for Loyola. Just about the halfway mark of the second half. The winner, automatic berth to the NCAA tournament. Williamson, Crutwig. There's a foul.
Offensive foul. He hooked it.
Crutwig. He's had double-doubles in 4 of his last 9 games. Coach Moser watching, one-time assistant to Rick Majerus here in St. Louis at St. Louis U.
Well, and you can see he got that elbow out there and hooked
that chicken wing, huh?
Well, and the view that we just saw is the exact view that the referee had. It's hard for a referee not to see that one.
Well, we got 3 good ones here today. Last time Drake made the NCAA tournament was 2008. They were in the Final Four, this wonderful little school from Des Moines, Iowa. So they're trying to get into the tournament for just the second time in nearly 40 years. Running inside, Yesufu. Nope. Van Hall is there to grab it.
Final Four appearance, that was what, 1969?
Maury John was the coach,
UCLA they played.
My mom and dad grew up in Des Moines, and just was informed today my mom was a former Miss Drake. That's out of bounds and a turnover for Loyola. So how is Drake, and they're struggling right now. We got half of the second half to go, but
Kevin, there's plenty of time left in the game. What they have to be able to do is make Loyola more uncomfortable on offense. It would be nice if they could force some turnovers, but we just showed you they're 2 for their last 10. Obviously, they have to shoot the ball better, and that's tough against this Loyola defense when the Ramblers can get set.
Yesufu tries to penetrate, met by 3. Sturts will follow. Got the miss, missed it inside, knocked away by Hudson, taking the place. Oh, what a move. Little Euro step right there by Uguak from Edmonton, Alberta. That's a foul. Did it go on Wilkins, perhaps?
It did go on Wilkins.
Of Drake.
And the question that the officials were talking about was whether that was a shooting foul or a non-shooting foul.
Look at this nice little shifty move right here to snake his way.
Well, you could clearly see that he got hit on the elbow, but I think that's a really good decision. He was not ready to shoot that ball yet. He had to collect it.
Braden Norris, another three. Norris has been hitting from outside all day long. He's got 4 3-point shots, 14 points, the game's leading scorer. All newcomer team. Braden Norris, the transfer from Oakland University. On the deck they go. That's an open triple. Right down the hatch it falls.
That's not exactly the way you drew up that play, but it worked very well, and that's all that Drake is concerned about right now.
Williamson dashes around the screen by Hudson. Can't hit the J. Picked up by Darnell Brody.
If you're Drake, you simply can't rely on Loyola missing easy shots. That was a wide open shot by Williamson, but
what a pass.
Get the ball inside, an opportunity for a three-point play. You have to attack on the offensive end. This is a really nice pass, a nice mismatch inside.
Tramel Murphy got it, but the pass came off of Darnell Brody, a big man with a nice, gentle lob pass like that. Fun to watch.
Murphy with about a 6-inch height advantage inside against Norris, and so you're right, Brody placed that ball perfectly.
Bulldogs with the third most wins in their program's history, second most in college basketball, as we mentioned before, behind Belmont's 26. Drake has 25. They've battled COVID. They've lost 2 of their top players, 2 starters, the top scorer, the top assist man. Yet in here in the final, as the 2 seed, chiseling inside Clemens, there's a whistle.
Now, if you're Drake, you want to be aggressive on defense, but you're not desperate enough to start fouling right now. Drake is very good at position defense, and that's what they have to do. They still have time. They don't have to panic. They just have to play good, solid defense and then rebound the misses.
Yesufu picked up the foul. Nice defense by Darnell Brody. Big possession right here, Dan. Single digits. Would make a different mindset and make that path a bit easier to navigate as they look at the final 8 minutes. Down by 11. Yesufu driving up and off. He thought he was tripped. He hits the deck. Then the other way comes Norris. That start in the first 27 games of any year for Loyola. Rebound by Murphy.
It makes a difference with Crudwig if you move it just a couple of feet further from the basket.
3. Tramel Murphy knocks down a 3, and the deficit is 8. 9-0 run by the Bulldogs. Timeout Loyola. A lot of basketball left. Here they come. Short-handed and trying to go stride for stride with Loyola.
Tony Bolonovich here. People call me the king of cold cuts. The sandwich business has been real good to me. But now I got this Jimmy's John's showing up on my turf. I'm Jimmy's John's, and I have high-quality, reasonably priced sandwiches. Big deal. You got all natural meat sliced by hand. I got turkey and ham made by science. I'm good. I'm coming for you, Jimmy's John's. This is war. Sandwich war.
Broken windshield, take 1. Hey guys, my windshield just got broken. I feel like I need to blow off some steam. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Blanks, there's no need to be stressed. Geico makes it easy to file a claim online, on the app, or over the phone.
Yeah, but what if I never hear back? That's gonna make me want to go, check.
Nope, your Geico claims team is always there for you.
That makes me want to celebrate with some fireworks. 5, 6, 7, go. Boom, 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 boom.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
Bud Light Seltzer start making lemonade.
Probably when 2020 handed us all those lemons.
2020 was a lemon of a year.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I
lot of lemons.
Well, you know what they say when life gives you lemons.
We know the saying, Mark.
New Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, packed with lemonade flavor after a lemon of a year.
Well, 56-39 was the big lead, 17 for the Ramblers. The Bulldogs have come back, Dan. And here are some of the numbers so far with 7:26 to go.
Well, one of the things we talked about was the fact that Loyola has shot the ball very well, and Drake has, for the most part, has struggled. But in this 9-0 run, the Bulldogs have been able to score inside. You saw Brody Sturts gets the ball in. Nice pass by Brody, the three-point, old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. So the Drake offense starting to roll just a little bit. They're still only shooting 39% for the game.
What a great graphic by our crew in the truck, led by Ken Mack and Mike Arnold, our director, and all the terrific people down there. I'd like to thank Jerry Wetzel for his job in coordinating this. It's a new world in broadcasting we're all working with, and all of our cameramen and women and people in the truck doing a terrific job with a lot of different protocols in place. That was poked away. Yesufu trying to get it. Oh, they're playing a game of Twister, and they'll call a tie-up. I love it. And Drake on the possession arrow. You don't think this game means something to these kids? My goodness. Technical foul.
Well, I think they called a technical foul on Yesufu. Now, in that scramble, he had something to say to Norris. And boy, what a mistake that is. I mean, the kids are very emotional, and they're really down there struggling, and Yesufu has something to say to them. And I know that this is very important, and there's a lot of pressure on these kids, but you just have to maintain control.
Braden Norris at the line.
He had made 16 straight coming in.
Yes, he had. That's only the second free throw taken by Loyola. You've talked about that, Dan. That's amazing to me, get this deep in a game with these kind of consequences and have so few taken by the #1 seed at that.
Well, but Drake has played defense without fouling, but again, with Loyola shooting the ball so well, maybe, you needed to be a little bit more aggressive on defense, but so only 1 point. Yesufu only cost them 1 point, but they still have the ball. That was a great hustle play by Yesufu to force that held ball.
Yesufu is only 3 of 13. He's got it right now. He's got 10 points. Murphy's got 18. Here, spinning pirouette. Wilkins, no. Darnell Brody had it, torn away. Shot clock violation. Good Rambler defense. Loyola comes up with one of their calling cards. Defense showing right there, and Coach Moser loves it.
Well, that was great defense by Hall, but then Crudwick came over to help out, so Brody got the offensive rebound, and then it was great defense by Clemens to take the ball away from Brody. When you're a big guy with an offensive rebound, you don't want to dribble it. Take the ball right back up.
Williamson has it right now. He and Crudwick, the winningest four-year players in school history.
See, Loyola in a bit of a scoring drought. The only point they've scored in almost 3 minutes was that technical free throw.
Fighting through this screen, Yesufu. Wilkins on the wing watching Clemens. Norris has it, shot clock at 6. No screen, he'll dance. Yesufu there, here's the three. Missed it all, Crutwig got it.
They're gonna look at that.
They're gonna have to.
And that's one of the first times today that Norris has been forced to take a three with somebody right in his face. You know, we said Loyola doesn't mind playing at the end of the shot clock, but that was really good defense by Drake to force a contested three at almost at the shot clock buzzer.
Dan, some of the toughest things to do in basketball as we watch this once again. You see the clock.
Oh, I think he still had it in his hand.
It looked like it. Alertly, though, he
got it up there as quickly as he
did. So that shot, and
oh boy, that's close.
That is close.
That's very close.
That is so close.
I think it's still in his hand, though. But you know, Kevin.
Well, this is a good time to usher in the third member of our crew. You may not have heard his voice, but Gene Steratore is with us, our rules expert. And Gene, what'd you see on that particular replay?
As with most plays this close, this is when you do enjoy having instant replay, right?
Yeah.
This is really close. I believe that it's still on a fingertip when a clock goes to 0. It's a great job by John Higgins, naturally, and this experienced crew to just stop it quickly, take a look, and make sure. But this is really frame by frame, and there are fingertips and fingernails involved in this ruling.
Gene, there's always fingertips and fingernails involved in every ruling, isn't there?
Well, and this is obviously a key play in the game, Kevin, because you get the feeling that Drake is starting to make a little bit of a move here. Shot clock violation.
Yep. Gene, you were on it. You called it. You saw it. I'm glad Gene recognized the crew of Higgins. Hollered and Kissinger, right? I mean, Gene, the conference tournaments for the majority of the country are next week. So how great is it for the Valley, Gene, to have this crew, this experienced, decorated crew for this championship game?
It's great for them, Kevin, and you know it's great for the consortiums because this consortium works under the Big 12, so they are getting the luxury of having those primary officials come down and work these mid-majors, and it's a great thing for basketball and officiating specifically.
Excellent, Gene. Thank you. 9-1 run for 2-seed Drake. Wilkins outside, got the screen. Sturts back down to Wilkins. The bump, the feed, shot clock, plenty of time as they work it around. Sturts dashing the defense of Norris. Can't get it to drop, and Krutwig is right there with the rebound.
That's an outstanding defensive job by Norris, just moving his feet and staying in front of Sturts, forcing a difficult shot.
Under 6 to go. The winner punches a ticket to the NCAA tournament.
Well, look at this defensive intensity.
Wow, it was something else by Murphy.
And Murphy is going to get called for a foul. The signal Jerry Pollard is giving is that's a cylinder play. And what that means is, think about Star Trek, Kevin, right? And the guy's trying to beam up. They say, okay, beam me up, and they get this little cylinder of light that comes around him. And if you get inside that cylinder of light, then it's a foul. When you make contact.
Norris. Nice move to get free. Krutwig right there. He's in a straight jacket. A lot of bodies, a lot of shoving, and a foul. Brody, I believe.
Well, that's one of the few times, Kevin, that you'll see Krutwig not really catch it cleanly on the inside. That was a nice pass.
Krutwig at the stripe. He's put up some incredibly good historic numbers. The CBS Sports app is your destination for the biggest events, highlights, and breaking news. Download the app today and watch everything from CBS Sports in one place. He has numbers over his career, points, rebounds, assists, that the likes of Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, Percy Hawkins have accumulated in this historic conference.
Well, and they're
the good company.
They're the only guys to accumulate that in this conference. And so, yes, that is excellent company. When you can be mentioned with just one of those guys, it's a real feat. But for all three of them, come on.
Yasafu, Sturts. And it's Murphy with 18 points. Now he's got 20. Bring it up. 9-point game.
Well, he just muscled this way.
He did. Lucas Williamson. Krutwig, a nice screen. Tried to get it inside. Uguak cleans it up and goes up. And Kraft in a fresh shot clock with which to work.
I don't think Krutwig was making a pass there. I think he was just trying to not lose the ball. But it ended up being a great pass, and Uguak missed the shot.
Shot clock at 3. Into the cutting Williams and cut it. Oh, what a play! Slashing for 2 and fouled on the play.
Kevin, we've been talking about the fact that Loyola is very comfortable playing at the end of the shot clock. No panic with Norris looking for an opportunity, and Williamson just makes a great cut, and that ball goes through the basket with 1 second left on the shot clock. So even with the shot clock running down, Loyola continues to move, and as a result, that may be a back-breaking three-point play.
Brody has his third foul. It's up to a 12-point lead. Wilkins the bump. 2-seed Drake and DJ Wilkins tries to get one unleashed, and he does.
Well, Wilkins had to work for that.
Sure did.
He's got a quickness advantage over Norris, but Norris did such a nice job moving his feet, playing great position defense. Kevin, and we've been talking all day long about how important this was in terms of the NCAA tournament. And, you know, we've said you don't want to leave the thing in the hands of the committee. And Drake is, you know, they're getting themselves pretty closely in that position. They've had a great season.
Norris three. Bullseye. Another three. 5 he's rung up today. 18 for the game. Drayden Norris.
Now, most people feel like Drake is on the bubble. Our Jerry Palm has him as one of the last 4 in.
Wilkins got the loose ball. And there the slam by Brody. Well, we talked about the quad 1 and 2 wins that Drake has. They're 6-1 in that category. But all eyes right now on the Ramblers. The #1 seed. Looking to make a return to the NCAAs with a win here in the Valley Conference Championship.
Gee willikers. This Coca-Cola Zero Sugar tastes mighty delicious.
Come on, buddy. It has 0 sugar.
But it tastes great.
Let's take the breakables away. If you keep lying like this, you'll be a puppet forever.
But it's the honest truth.
You'll never be a real boy.
No! It's no lie.
You're right. It's delicious.
Told you. I never lie.
With smaller streets, that's really what it comes down to.
Obviously, I have not been to the zoo since.
What? Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
Starting today, nobody has to settle for less than the very best, because only Verizon gives you 5G from America's most reliable network at no extra cost, and more of the entertainment you love, like Discovery Plus, and a Galaxy S21 plus 5G when you buy one, only from Verizon.
Whoa. The Capital One Quicksilver card does not need a dog and pony show. Quicksilver is simple. It's unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with no annual fee. No need to jump through any crazy hoops. Will someone tell Fido he can cool it with the hoops? The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet? They're dropping balloons.
The chicken or the egg? The question isn't which came first. It's which comes with peanut butter. Duh.
Coming up next here on CBS, the final game of our college hoops tripleheader concludes with a classic Big Ten rivalry. #2 Michigan takes on Michigan State. March has arrived and the road to the Final Four is here on CBS. A week from today, Selection Sunday. Right now, Drake is at #12. The last 4 in the terms of Jerry Palm's view. Michigan State right now at #11 via Jerry Palm.
Well, Drake, they're the last 4 in, but the other teams there, for example, Syracuse, Ole Miss, Utah State, they still have their conference tournament, so they can make a move. This would, of course, end Drake's season.
Drake is going to get, they think, in 2 weeks, their leading scorer back, a team that began 18-0. They're 25-3, second most wins in college basketball. And they played a lot of quad 1 and 2 games, and they're 6-1 in those categories, as we just mentioned.
Now, part of the problem for them is you say they played a lot of quad 1 and 2 games, but most of those games were quad 2 games. But it's hard for people in the Valley, particularly with the limited non-conference season, to play a lot of quad 1 games.
Knocked out 6 seconds on the shot clock. 2.5 in the game.
And you mentioned Tank Hemphill is their leading scorer and rebounder, and he broke his foot. He had surgery. When he had the surgery, they're expecting him back in 4 weeks, and that would be in time for the postseason.
Braden Norris missed 3 and picked up by Darnell Brody.
They were hoping they would have him back for this tournament, but that didn't happen.
This is an experienced Drake team, too. The average age of the starting 5 when healthy, 23 years old. Wilkins 3. Got it! They're still breathing.
And you've got to force some turnovers now. You cannot allow Loyola to run the shot clock down. And that's not a bad foul right there, because Krutwig, with all the other things he does very well, he's not a great free throw shooter. That's the 7th team foul, and so it'll be a 1-on-1 situation. So you have at least 3 opportunities here to force Loyola to go to the line and make 1-on-1s.
Krutwig at the line, talking to the head coach of the Ramblers, Porter Moser, his 10th year yesterday, and I asked him about, reaching the Final Four back in 2018. He said, when I first got to Loyola, I used to drive down Lakeshore Drive, and I'd see these buildings lit up with the colors of the Chicago Cubs. He said, I knew we arrived, and we made that Final Four in 18, and they had our colors on a lot of the lit-up buildings in downtown Chicago. That's a pretty good story.
Well, you go to the Final Four, you get people's attention.
You better believe it.
And one of the things this Loyola team, people are always asking, was this a better team than the Final Four team?
Right, yes.
That's really an unfair comparison.
Nice play.
It's hard to make a comparison with a team that went to the Final Four until you actually get there.
Yesufu hits the deck, got it to drop. 1 timeout for Drake.
Yesufu just has not been an offensive factor here in the second half. He was in the first half, and you got to wonder, maybe all those minutes he's played finally caught up to him.
And he's been hobbled, too. He had cramps yesterday. Nice curl inside, and Krutwig gets it to go.
Krutwig will miss very few of those. He might miss them when he's got to shoot over top of somebody, but he's not going to miss very many of those.
How about his line today, Dan? 18 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists.
Well, Kevin, as we were talking about, those are the kind of numbers that he's been able to put up throughout his career.
Norris just picked up a foul for the Ramblers at the line. DJ Wilkins.
Of course, this is great news if you're Drake. You'd like to score with the clock stopped.
They will.
Now, if you make the second one, you can set your press.
Drake short-handed, we've said it a couple times, but it bears repeating. They have no bench points today, and only 2 guys off the bench that have played.
He let Krutwig catch the ball and foul it.
Samaka is now in for the Bulldogs. He's watching Krutwig. And on the wing, they got Clement.
So you don't have time for this.
Nope. Got to get out there and grab him, right?
Well, you got to grab Krutwig.
And they do. And it was done by the player that just checked in, Issa Samaka. So here's Krutwig, and you look at the landscape and the history of this very rich conference history that includes names like Robertson, Bird, and Bradley Hershey Hawkins. And Krutwig, a 4-year player, part of a Final Four team. Has his name up there with those other greats. Krutwig.
Now, we're just talking about how he's the guy you want to foul, but obviously not today. He made all 5 of his free throws.
Yep. Megan Moser, the wife of head coach Porter. Loyola. Under a minute to go. The lead is 10. see Hall's checked in. Krutwig is out. And Wilkins has the ball. Will press the issue. Nice sidestepping move. Takes it in. Deceptive play. Got the deuce. 8-point game.
Well, you got to get steals and threes now. Oh, what great ball move.
Kennedy. Quick foul. Wilkins with the grab. Will pick it up. Well, you look at this incredible span that Loyola is a part of right now. They've had 3 of the last 4 conference players of the year. Krutwig this year, Marcus Towns, and Clayton Custer as part of that Final Four team. Back in 2018, nice move, Murphy inside, and it skirts.
Yeah, Kevin.
I know it, right?
6-point game.
Williamson to inbound. Quickly there, poked at by Yesafud.
Well, you know, we're talking about how Krutwig was the guy who wanted to foul, and he's made all his free throws. Kennedy, the guy they fouled before, was an 86% free throw shooter, and he missed the front end of the one-on-one. They're in the double bonus now. Norris comes in as an 84% free throw shooter.
Boy, has he had a terrific day shooting. 5 of 9 from 3. Got 18 points. Megan Moser again watching in her husband's program, the number 20 program right now in the AP Top 25. And we mentioned this back in the first half. They've been rated in that top 25 for 4 straight weeks. They had not been rated in a poll during the regular season. Even in their Final Four run back in 18, they had not been in the polls since 1985. That's incredible. It's been that long, but here's a school that, with Harvard, are the 2 top schools in graduation rate, college basketball. Got him right there. Clemens is back in, taking the place of Hall.
You've got to go very quickly now. They're only trying to spread their defense, giving you a 1-3-1 look.
Onside. Jackson putting up the shot. Block has the ball. And they're trying to settle him down as he comes up with the rebound. And they were poking at him, and they should. It's one of the big moments right here because Loyola seems to have grabbed this game by the throat.
Now Sturtz is in there mixing it up as he normally is, but that's just a really good rebound on the inside. And Ugwak is the guy who, you know, he's learned how to rebound in traffic. He's learned how to score in traffic.
Loyola at 23-4 has their best 27-game start to a season going back to 1962 and 63. So they continue to put up historically good numbers in this conference. And Coach Moser, one of the few people in the history of this conference who has won a Missouri Valley Conference tournament championship game as a player at Creighton and as a coach, as he did back in 18 with the Ramblers. All back in, back and forth they go with Clemens shuttling him in and out. 10-point game. Outside, Wilkins triple. Williamson has it. That'll do it. Loyola Chicago, the Missouri Valley Conference championship game winners. Last time they won it was 2018. And they do it against a feisty Drake team, down their top scorer and top assist man, and hoping against hope that things may fall their way for a tournament bid. But the number 1 seed, Loyola Chicago Ramblers, have beaten the 2 seed, Drake Bulldogs. Loyola is going to be an interesting team in the tournament. They get the automatic bid with the win in this championship game.
Yeah, Kevin, I think they are. And I think what we've seen in this tournament is that Loyola, with the way they play defense, they've been inconsistent all year shooting the three. But if they shoot the three well, they're going to be very dangerous.
Congratulations to Loyola Chicago. We'll take it to Greg Gumbel for Inside College Basketball, presented by Progressive. For Dan Bonner and Gene Steratore, Kevin Harlan saying goodbye from St. Louis. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports, home to the 2021 Men's National Championship.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
So long, nacho fries.
Whenever Taco Bell takes them off the menu, he can't escape the cravings. Nacho fries.
Escape your cravings with the $5 Nacho Fries box. Run to Taco Bell.
This is the checkers game where grandson and granddad will bond. This is the kitchen where the new boyfriend will unofficially become family. These are the Verbo vacation homes waiting for your family.
Up next, after an emotional senior night victory for Isaiah Livers and #2 Michigan on Thursday, the Wolverines look to close out the regular season with back-to-back wins over their in-state rivals. As for senior Joshua Langford and the Spartans, an upset today would all but lock up a spot in the field of 68 with Selection Sunday just 1 week away now. #2 Michigan and Michigan State coming up shortly. This is Inside College Basketball presented by Progressive Insurance. Greg Gumbel alongside Clark Kellogg and Seth Davis. The game you just watched, the Ramblers from Loyola of Chicago punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament, defeating Drake 75-65. Well, they have a lot of magical runs in their past. I don't know how far this one is going to go, but they're worthy champions in this one.
No doubt about it. I mean, they're a terrific team, and you heard Dan Bonner talk about how they play defense and the way they share the ball, and they've got post presence and inside scoring ability. The key for their longevity in the tournament, I think, will be the ability to make perimeter shots.
You saw what Brady Norris did today, putting them over the edge in that respect. And I've got 4 words for you, America. Get Sister Jean vaccinated, because I think that Loyola is going to not only go into Indy, they could be there a while. I think this team is better than the team that made the Final Four.
What makes them better in your estimation?
Because they're tougher, they're older, defensively, and I know you're a numbers guy, so...
No, that's all you.
Ken Pomeroy has sort of the most respected metrics evaluation. Loyola Chicago in Ken Pom's ranking is 9th. The year right now. The year they went to the Final Four, they were 31st. And remember, they won those first 3 games of the tournament by a total of 4 points. So I'm not saying this team's going to the Final Four, but I do think they are a better team going in. So, sister, we want to see you in Indy.
Yeah, one thing's for sure. Somewhere, Sister Jean is smiling broadly. Let's go back out to St. Louis, where Dan Bonner spoke with Loyola head coach Porter Moser moments ago.
Well, Porter, first of all, congratulations. I know how important it is to you to claim this trophy, to win this conference championship. Your guys played awfully well.
No, I can't say enough about the resilience of these guys, how they came, the toughness plays. I first want to give Darren and Drake's program so much credit. I mean, they played so hard fought and tough, and that was his physical game, and our guys kept on answering the bell, and Drake came things. So I was these guys are just resilient. I love their toughness, and I love their togetherness, so happy for them. They didn't want to just rest that they were in. They really wanted to win this conference tournament.
Well, Cameron Krutwig, he's been named the tournament's most outstanding player, and you know, you've had him for 4 years. What's that been like?
Awesome. I mean, I love him on and off the floor. I mean, he's a friend to everybody. He's an A student. He's a great basketball player. We'll be friends for life. I mean, he's everything you want to coach when you're in this profession. Is Cameron Krutwig, and who knows? He's got another one. You know, who knows? He doesn't want me to talk about that right now. I can tell you that right now. But he's just a winner. he's a winner.
All right, well, thank you very much, Porter. Congratulations. We're going to have a conversation with Cameron Krutwig now. Cameron, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, guys. We're talking about Cameron Krutwig just a short while ago, Clark. He's effective.
He's a throwback, man. He is so much fun to watch. Excellent hands, knows how to use his body. He has the shots you need down in the low post, the jump hook, the little 1 or 2 dribble drop steps, and he's an excellent passer as well, and they've surrounded him with complementary interior players. And again, if they can actually knock down three-point shots consistently, I think they're going to be a very dangerous team because of their style, pace, and the sense they've got a real, true identity and are comfortable with who they are.
Yeah, he's undersized at his position. Yep. He plays under the rim, and he's not a stretch anything. This guy does not shoot three-point shots, but the offense always goes through him. Yeah. He's always touching the ball. You can move into the high post, and he finds those cutters. We talked about Braden Norris today, 5 for 9 from three-point range. Those shots are a lot easier to make when you're playing in space and you're able to get a good look at the basket because everyone is so focused on what Krutwig is able to do. He's not only great, he's valuable.
Yeah, you said a moment ago that this Loyola team, in your opinion, is better than the one that went to the Final Four. Is it because of him?
Yeah, and he was a freshman on that.
Right, he's more seasoned now.
Right.
And experience, yep,
agreed. They're just real connected. Again, you know, I always differentiate. I don't think we can evaluate and make everything about what happens in the tournament. That team a few years ago was very, very fortunate to make the Final Four. Luck plays a huge role in it. I'm just saying, going in, I do think this is a better team.
All right, we've danced around this question all day long. Loyola Chicago has punched its ticket to the dance. Has Drake done enough to hear its name called 1 week from today?
Well, you're the one calling out the names. Just call out their names. I just want today. Just
go
say
ahead, bracketologist.
Just
lay it out
Drake. Drake. The biggest problem that Drake has is even though it won all those games in the non-conference, it was very, very weak. So you see their overall strength of schedule is 191. That's actually a very